Okay, I had to... My internet cut out, bro. I was so mad. But hopefully it doesn't cut out again. I waited like 20 minutes, I think, to try again because it did not work. So hopefully it works now. Okay, hopefully everything is working fine. I cut it off before we got to the class trial, so let's get started. Without warning, it began to descend deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound disappeared too. This is the final trial site. What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yahoo!
Let's begin. Yes, let's save before. Yes.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
What?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Huh? What is this bro talking about?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Huh?
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence? You guys have all been working
So
together,
they all think I'm out to get them, what? Or we're all working
so I know
together.
I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line.
Bros are delusional.
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of...
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
You could just
Hero,
mention which case?
You have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Oh, he's trying to make us look
Okay,
against
but
each other
be
because of the
careful with
picture.
it. It's pretty important evidence.
It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
Bitch, did you even hear him?
On my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the
Oh,
whole
I
purpose
can't with these
behind
people.
photos was to get us the mastermind laid a trap, to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
I'm so sick of these people.
I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. His photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the photos. The ones who got the
I
photos.
got it!
Duh.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture Hina got, and in the picture
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured
Oh,
it
maybe that's
out,
why they were
huh?
so on edge earlier.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how?
There might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking.
Sure, nope.
Yeah.
Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hero's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them.
Can you just forget about trying to trick me with such an obviously
What if your
fake
photo's
photo?
fake?
I'm
Oh!
still pissed about that.
And
I'm really
on top
gonna
of that,
crash out.
They went to all
How
that
many times
trouble
do I have to
make
say?
it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! So it's gotta be.
But you know,
Huh?
don't get me wrong, is that really
What?
There might be some other reason, some terrible reason. We all have amnesia. Did we forget?
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time. As if. You expect me to believe such an
Yeah.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, it's the same. If that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. They're all brainwashed. Like, they don't want to accept it.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. ever since I got to this
Well, how
school,
would you do if you lost it? If
I
you can't remember?
everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are
No, it's nothing. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak.
When you say all of us,
I mean all of us.
you lie! I never did any kind of
Oh
interview.
my god!
No, it's
I-
not a lie.
I'm literally
Just
gonna crash
watch
out.
the DVD and you'll see for
Thank
yourself.
you!
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
We
It's
have
not
amnesia.
about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, anything's possible if you're trapped in a school with a killing teddy bear right now.
Well, we don't have any way to
my
refute it,
goodness.
so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question?
And how?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could.
They're not gonna believe that.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, yeah, that's just insane.
Insane or not, we can't move forward until
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
then
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Him blushing.
there's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You mean
motive.
the
you think-
motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed...
So we do that. Well, either way, has to explain every left remaining mystery. So the one who can Mukuro Saba, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, Is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know?
The control room?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all—
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people who take a single step on whose peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
What?
What?
Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I
Because of
get it.
alter ego.
The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
They're so delusional.
Ya got
Stop.
me.
He's literally encouraging them.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Thank
The
you.
mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But
No, that isn't actually what killed her. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
That one, the bullshit. This one?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right? It made it pretty clear, so they can't
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me. I'm not weird, okay? Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh my god!
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Goes too
Mukuro
fast.
was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Hopefully I can get it this time. Third time's a charm.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
Oh, I'm gonna crash out.
Deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles.
I hope I get it this
So,
time.
When you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds
What?
in battle.
Are you finished?
You
I hit
didn't
it.
deny me
I know I
this
did.
time, You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those
What the
wounds in
hell,
battle.
bro? I'm gonna literally
finished?
crash out.
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me
Bro.
go all cutesy.
How do I
Don't
hit
worry,
that? It goes by
there
too
wasn't
fast.
anything cute about it.
Okay, I got it this time. My god, and they talk about a whole lot of shit that's not even important. Which I literally
must
hate.
have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
What the
Are you
hell?
finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
That doesn't even matter
Don't
to the
worry,
conversation,
there
so I
wasn't
don't
anything
understand
cute
why.
about it.
Bro, I'm literally getting mad.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Okay, I need to get in close.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
Deny me
I
this
didn't take my
time,
goddamn headphones off.
Z-Wimesy.
I'm getting annoyed
You made me go all
with their
cutesy.
voices.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been
I was
in
gonna click that
100
so
different
I
battles.
could see if they
So,
actually work.
when you think about it, obviously, she got all...
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Took so long.
No. Mukuro, the file we found in... Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school,
To be denied so completely. Maybe it's because of all of Master's
Now my internet's
training.
going bad. Like I'm literally crashing. Shut up, bro.
anyway, in which case, they...
As a when
Unless the wound...
Bro, I'm mad as hell. I'm
But if
mad.
that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto... If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her, so who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind, of
got it.
course.
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all.
It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. Let's start off with your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba! Do you have any evidence?
Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a tattoo. It should be obvious.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
She had a tattoo on her
Or
hand.
could it be the hips? You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was...
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, a representation of Fenrir. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so...
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? Uh-oh, no snappy comeback?
If you insist.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little
Awful,
burnt
isn't
skin.
it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me. My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it... Because if you haven't known...
That's true.
On the contrary.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before...
I promise you, without a doubt,
Then somehow, she was killed in secret without...
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before the culprit stashed her somewhere?
She was.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here.
There's only one place.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow!
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with
This proves that the tarp originally came from... In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazing, like...
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
Bro
There
is
is no
sweating.
evidence.
He's
I
getting
was simply
anxious.
explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting... Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You talking about...
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you. La
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to put myself together and think. See in the biolab. Could you be talking about?
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
Your fam.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your
He's trying to
mom,
distract me.
Your dad, your little sister. Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
The moment of truth.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Better luck next time. Punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
Need to focus.
I'm not listening!
What? Come on.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? I'm not listening!
Oh, I could change it.
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the light.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant... That's where...
And it was set up so...
In other words,
But I counted up the number of blue, and there were all...
Why does that matter?
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights on that should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. And
Suspicious?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far.
The key to solving this mystery. Some
that's
people are
right.
not.
Any other... But according to the lights in the biolab,
Only 9 people were stored there.
You're seeing a dead
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
but if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body. And yet, her body was left
Okay.
alone.
I know I really hate to cut it right here, but I'll be right back.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Only 9 murders took place? Nah, fuck. It wasn't that one.
Shoot! I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice? Officially, 10 murders, but one of the victims may have
Murdered and...
If that's the case,
Technically,
Could easily... It was before...
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until...
No, that's crazy talk. Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional. Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever. Or maybe Sakura Ogami. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice. Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada?
Maybe I missed
Kiyotaka
it.
Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, it's wrong. Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being... Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Wait, so, yeah.
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead,
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is total silence.
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
No, the body's up right here.
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed everything in her profile is.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. Could be. We all know the answer. Junko Enoshima.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
are you sure about that?
Huh?
Yes?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, but we saw her get impaled. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it,
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
so
It must be wrong.
then you're with.
I know.
This case hasn't been. Oh, you haven't given up all.
No, of course not.
That's all well and good, but how did Junko absolutely die?
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
huh?
Let's assume Junko is still alive.
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it.
Now I understand.
Replaced.
That's it!
Switched places?
That's right! Before the spears could kill her, specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba,
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
which is why the body's height and weight.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah. You're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
I need to figure out how to explain that they could have switched.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the...
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of... After all,
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
We'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hand. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, so I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny...
Wait, so...
If that's true, it was quite...
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible.
so Mukuro, in other words,
What's wrong?
I think he's just
Afraid? Fear is only...
Then why haven't you been...
Because it's a bunch of nonsense.
then why did you try and protect Junko's...
I tried to protect... When did...
Interview DVD.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the head... You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. Is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met...
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
Moment of truth. Bro is just fucking growling.
Better luck next time. Better luck next time. Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible. That's impossible.
There we go. Yep.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. I noticed it just a little while ago. In all the photos, there...
What's so unusual about...
Pictures. Her face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every... And on top of that, so in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures...
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. That she's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait! Hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for I'll prove
Is it this one? Oh, and then the knife. Let me just double check. And this one. And this one.
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken... That girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's...
It's not like you're an endangered species or something.
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over. Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What? More? Junko Enoshima, Ultimate Despair.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko
Anyway.
Enoshima?
Looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide.
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
It was definitely before I got to the school.
I got it! That's right. It was before.
On the magazine cover.
And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Sometimes a little lie.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same.
I'm me. And she tried her best. But there's two people can never become one as long as the walls of... Not even if they're twins. I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had the older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka...
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins... Ugh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass,
Oh,
but
gee.
it bores me to tears. Answering, just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But If she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to... But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier, she had what I call the 3 atrocities. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. She was nothing more than a bit player, and being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off, right? Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet...
That can't be your only reason, can't...
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so... I changed things just a bit and decided to use...
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Well, you're right! There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing but she did teach you all a very valuable...
How can you tell you sacrificed your own sister?
What? I sacrificed her? Jeez, we were the ultimate despair, you know? No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. When I was born, I cried. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We've always been filled with despair.
So you just murdered your own... That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so... Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act, it's like super...
What the?
And after all,
I knew you...
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast. So I'm hopelessly attractive. I'm the hopelessly perfect...
No, I don't think...
Yeah.
What did you...
You still haven't figured that part out yet? You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet...
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start...
Damn straight! That's then...
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point.
When the group pictures were... I got it! It must have something to do with our...
No fair! At least...
Your brains are like sponges. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things.
The memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you... It was stupid of me to even... So then, did you notice that each... Yep, you got it. So when Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human...
Ding, ding, ding. Each video show... For example... I ruined... It was to motivate you, but still...
You're the one that...
Yes, well...
Okay, so...
The past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did...
So?
Relax, relax. So?
Greed.
I got it!
Because of the money.
It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight, it was her greed led to all kinds of death.
What's the point of all this?
Don't worry, sweet cheek. Now, can you tell me the
Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in that case, in that fourth case, was betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterward. Anyway.
But what's the point?
Relations are
But of course, in fact, they compete.
Seed of
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Two sides of the same coin.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is... You see, by taking away your memories, of course that hope merely...
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories.
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to...
But it's not enough. I put so much effort into create, so just like Crazy Yetis.
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. I'd like for you to see the...
You mean the...
So something really did.
Now are you interested? I want to see your faces sink. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school wall! This is the outside world you've all been...
Oh hell no, Monokuma literally took over the whole world.
Dangerous. The world.
What are you talking about?
What am I looking at?
What you just saw. That world is locked away within the memories that if you can't remember. Better kick your brain in the ass! Cause it's up to that brain. I don't remember! Ain't a fucking excuse no more! For the final class! Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed
Genocide
us,
Jack, cause
I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the
she
footage
loses
we
and then
saw?
regains memories
Is this
between her
another
different
one of your practical
personalities.
jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to
She doesn't know what happened
but
when they were in each
what am I
other's,
supposed
like,
to be remembering?
the other personality.
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Okay, I missed it.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the inside!
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember. The other Toko. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge.
I see. Then even if one personality's forgotten,
What do you say,
Are you No! Absolutely.
Toko.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was...
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to... Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at this.
Aye, aye, Roger, you...
well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory?
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's...
More importantly, if you...
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really...
The trap...
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you...
Just answer the question! What...
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it still happened, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What? Are you serious?
Is...
The world's been destroyed!
Destroyed?
Explain yourself!
Copy that? Okay, so this big, awful, tragic, it was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale. I guess you could say what happened was... But it was more on the level... Either, and as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything! That's why we're asking you!
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die!
Okay, that's enough of your Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at the end, just a world...
How can the...
Calm down. Every
Oh, come on!
Well, it's this...
What?
I'm glad to see you took You bit into it like a middle-aged...
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the
Then
Togami
there's only
family?
one option.
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But
I just got the fucking even if you're wrong!
So, no matter what you pick...
But...
Anyway, like I was saying...
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiots!
Stop! And say you must learn your place, peasant! You are...
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
hold on. That There's no way. I mean, we don't... If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm it sounds like you think... Well, yeah. I mean, like a few. Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually Huh? Well, I mean, you guys...
What?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, and the truth is, everything is cause and effect. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you. What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer.
got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after...
Nope. Nope. No.
Another
Seriously?
We've lost 2 years. That's right. You've already... And that entire period of time.
I don't remember the last... That...
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
What?
Shoot!
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
Well, it's this one.
We've been
Click
living
the wrong
here
one.
for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single...
No, that's wrong! Hero, there's something this notebook right.
Huh?
I found it in the loft if you don't mind.
Sure.
Wuzza! Is that...
It's kinda... but how is that... No!
It looks like you actually, but somehow...
Why?
I don't want to, but there's... It's mine. But just like Hero,
And the reason for that?
Shit, man!
2 years of school life. How many fun, and on top of that, something tragically the biggest, most awful, most tragic event right before everyone's eyes. You absorbed all, and once you'd forgotten. Oh, and there's one other thing.
Actually, never mind.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big. This world is...
what are you talking about?
In a way, to give yourself over to...
Yeah, so figure out the rest for your...
Figure out.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories.
When I fainted.
When I first came to the gates of this school, when I passed out, I was overcome with this...
Wow! You still have enough spirit. So I don't know much. And your sense of time got all messed up. I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up... I assume not much time...
But instead...
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time...
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone!
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourself.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together. And it was all so you could escape into a world that... What a...
You're the one who set things up to be like...
I love you all.
What?
Once your school life here began, it's only natural that I...
So, since I love you guys so all about the idea we came up with it... Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year over... Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having...
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody... And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here.
What? The most tragic event in I can't believe it's. Was it some kind of organ?
You have a point. It was none of those. Despair is contagious, you know. And now...
In other words, if you see... We didn't...
Okay, Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the...
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because so guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right! It was transformed into a shelter. I said it.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
I silhouetted us here. The headmaster.
Could only have been that he wanted to turn the school to protect us. That's why he asked us to make that to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of
So
a
is
new
everyone
generation,
dead?
could survive, maybe.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient...
You mean... And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for... And thus be...
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
They let us live? So we could go around killing each other?
Why?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls, so I thought I should show them.
What? Oh, no, it's Jay. Apparently, I can
Now I
spell.
understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves.
Uh-huh. That's it, to show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease.
But you... I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up. But in the end, I was...
So you just used us? To bring this
Well, sure, but I also gave you a...
give and take?
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, you solved the mystery, but despair at the truth.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that—
And if we did, our final desire for creating this world, if you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only how would you react?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like,
Not to mention, with the word
Meaningless? You've been murdering each other? And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here. Then
we weren't just random strangers either?
No,
We get it. We get it. You're totally awesome, right? So help us!
a peasant begging for his life? Oh.
but I'm sorry to say, all I want is despair. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. No argument, no understanding.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you... But there's no real reason.
huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, so I don't acknowledge it.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth, in other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. If so,
Are you saying you won't accept the truth? Well, you better not. You go out into that world. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of it.
Well, I refuse to give in. For the sake of everyone, you...
Huh? Everyone, what are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone.
And that's all it took for you to...
That's why anyone...
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right?
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent, but we don't have much time left to
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys, I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish
Gonna vote
Hope,
me.
well then, I'll consider that a win for me. And
No, but
punish
we can still vote Junko, right?
One person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper...
It's okay. Nobody would...
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die.
You mean...
We'd have to
She's saying she'll
If you're not...
enter.
Wait a sec! Dying of old age is boring as... So, here's what'll happen.
What?
Do you mean to say?
And I get to decide. Makoto!
What?
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting.
So let me make this clear. If a single person votes for, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out. Ensure.
What I'm saying is, if
What? Don't you?
It's okay. It would seem.
It's so beautiful.
Besides,
Yikes.
What? I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that that's why he tried to believe.
one person's despair is enough to...
So, who do you think's gonna give it?
No one. We're not go-
So boring. Well, that's fine. It's time for the... And you're...
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Come on, little
Don't lose
boy.
hope now.
All my fortune... But to live, so even if... I want to keep on living.
You need to convince them.
No matter what. I need... The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
But if I have to redo
I
all
were to
that, I'm really
die.
gonna kill myself, bro. I'm gonna be so mad.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now.
And I was thinking, you only get strong. That sounds like something. No. Which is why Yeah!
We
Okay,
won't
finally,
give
everyone's
up.
coming to their senses.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always found no matter how I look.
Wait
We
back.
won't give up.
I didn't mean to do that.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me. It never even crossed my mind. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in this. I just have to keep my aside. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air
One more,
outside is
Kyoko's
totally
left.
polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No. So, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good... I think you came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without... And if that's true,
What the hell are you? So your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
Ultimate hope.
You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke. Outside is only despair.
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. You're scared, aren't you? I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Outside is only despair.
Despair into
Hope keeps on
Yay!
going.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is
What's going on? What's happening?
Yay!
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be
We just gotta pull the lever.
Good.
Let's put an end to these with our own.
The hell?
Indeed.
I love. Well, that's just.
Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable. Onslaught of despair would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just. Totally the best!
Huh?
So this. And now I. True. And now I. True, just. Huh?
Anyway,
Totally the best!
not possible. Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
Makoto totally seduces us over to his side. Everyone,
hey,
you said that despair is as contagious as a
however,
disease. But it's the same true as hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
No.
There's one left.
It's fine.
it can't be.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop! How many times do I... Ah! Don't get it!
She's gonna put it on herself.
So this is how the despair of death feels. Even a tenth of this despair. Even I want every last soul on this planet to taste such. I want the entire world to die with that despair, and it's... Okay, let's... I've reserved an extra special punishment for... Let's give it everything we've got.
Junko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The ultimate punishment. The 1000 blows. Oh shit, it's like... Is she about to replay like all of the fucking deaths? Yeah. Yeah. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hell's Peak Academy. It was all over. Chapter 6. Yay! We beat Chapter 6. Are we at the epilogue now? It's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of exploding waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception, the air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. It's almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in the boat, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey.
We can't just sit around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. Nobody's surprised it was Kyoko who broke the silence. Makoto, would you do the honors?
So...
Indeed.
If
I will In other words...
It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never says specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's a possible thing we wouldn't take our chances with it. I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my sister. We were just about to leave the school. We can go outside?
That's...
Anyway.
But...
For serious.
Maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words...
The act of searching of hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
You got...
Hey.
Okay.
Could it be?
That's my...
How about
I reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes. Personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out. Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. We can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime.
You know how much I hate being annoyed. But if something does come up, I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still.
I really don't know what to... I guess we graduated?
I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open with my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. We finally out this bitch. Okay, now I can skip it.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster.
How is bro still alive? Wasn't Joko controlling him? I know he's in the next game. So he's not there. Yay! That was the end of Danganronpa. I do have the second game downloaded already, I think. Or I already bought the second game a long time ago, so I'll play that one too, but not until like a while, I think. I think I need to take a break from Danganronpa because that was pretty long. I think it was like 9 parts. I've been playing this game for 9 videos, for 9 streams. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I wanted to play Little Misfortune because I haven't played that one. And I already have it ready and downloaded on my PC. But I think that's also like a lot of like reading. I mean, it should be pretty short. I think it's around like 3 hours. So I should finish that in like one stream. But I also want to play Tell Me Why. Because I want to play another like story choice type of game. Because I think the last 2 games were like visual novels. DDLC and then Danganronpa. So I really want to play another choice game. But I don't know if I have all the episodes bought. I haven't played it. I've only played a little bit of the first episode before I even had a PC. But literally only like a few minutes. So I don't know much about it. I just know that I think it's twins or siblings that have powers. I don't know if both of them have powers or if it's just one of them. But I know that's another choice game. And if I don't have all the episodes already bought, then I'll play Little Misfortune. So yeah, I hoped you enjoyed this episode of Danganronpa, the finale. I'll play the second one. I don't know when, but I will play it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stream. And yeah, I'll post this VOD onto my YouTube channel where I post all of my VODs, which is linked in my bio. And then all of my social medias are linked in my bio. Yeah, bye.